Hello!
Hey,
Hey, this is Not Dead Yet's album swap.
it is.
I'm Dan,
I'm Lee. How are you?
and we have been swapping up the old albums.
Yeah.
Going to talk about that now. Yeah. So last week, Lee, you give me
Bauhaus Mask.
Bauhaus Mask, and I gave you Black Sheep's A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Did.
Okay, you can go first.
I can go first.
So how did you get on?
To be honest, I had a really busy week, and then so I got towards the end of the week, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I forgot to put it on. And I wasn't that bothered about listening to it, but I really liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I found the sort of hip hop I like.
Yeah.
I think I've got my, quite a mid-tempo,
It's-
kind of chilled out,
They're really
poppy.
closely related to Tribe Called Quest.
Well, they reference Tribal Quest at the beginning, don't they? In the intro.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't groundbreaking, I don't think, but it was just nice and poppy.
Yeah.
I don't know what late 80s, early 90s.
That is early 90s.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it was. I quite like that kind of poppy.
Yeah.
And maybe this is this sort of stuff like that, Gangstar,
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest. All this sort of.
Well, that's the good stuff, basically.
I found it quite fun. They're quite young.
They were at the time, I would have thought, yeah.
Is there a girl in the group as well? So I'm saying really
just
quite
two
a
of
really
them.
squeaky voice, so I imagine they're quite young. I thought maybe
Yeah.
like teens.
Oh, no, that's Chi Ali.
Oh, right.
He is about
12.
12 at the
Right,
time
yeah.
and did Time for Murder later on.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, so I've only just given.
Did you
3
get
listens.
thrown off by the early track?
What was that?
You mean I'm not?
Which
Which is the one that sounds like gangster rap.
I don't be feeling anything was a bit like I can't like.
Right, it's basically
yeah.
like the first or second track.
Okay, it must because the intro's first,
And
this
it's
is
like
second.
woke up, and it's basically talking about waking up and killing his whole family.
Right, okay.
And then at the end of it, he's going, "Rrrr," and the other one's going, wake up, and he's like, oh, I had a dream, I thought it was hard.
I didn't pick that out.
Yeah.
See, I actually wish I'd kind of listened to it earlier on in the week because
They are really, really funny, actually.
It was really fun listen. I enjoyed it. And I think that's another one I'm going to go back to and listen to. I'll probably listen to it like tonight again.
Yeah, it's one of my absolute all-time favourites. It's up with Tribe Called Quest for me.
It's basically on the list of like records to buy.
Yeah.
So like I would.
And it is a widely recognised hip-hop classic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I thought I've really enjoyed it. I didn't listen to it enough to kind of really analyse it.
Yeah.
But I had fun with it. I thought good for the summer. I think, I listened on the tube on the way up and I was just, bopping away with my head and I had a great time with it. Gonna probably listen to a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna come back to it.
A lot of people suspected as well, because that's basically a guy called Drez and a guy called Mr. Long.
Long?
Yeah, Lawnge. Mr. Long. Yeah, but Mr. Long.
Right.
And
Mr. Soft.
Well, no, apparently not, according to him.
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
He's Mr. Long.
Right.
Yeah. But a lot of people thought, because I bought a 12-inch, they reissued a load of 12-inch singles of theirs, probably maybe late 90s, early 2000s. And I bought a load of them from HMV Oxford Street when we had this awesome HMV on Oxford Street, which is now Sports Direct. And the guy at the checkout said, "Oh, do you like them?" And I was like, "Well, I am buying 5 of them, so maybe."
Yes.
And he was like, "Oh, right, yeah. Did you know that Q-Tip produced the first album?" Which I've never seen anyone else really say that. But I get the feeling that he said that he'd heard a load of people tell him that Q-Tip had produced the Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
And because he does all the production on Tribe Called Quest. So, yeah, I don't know. It could be, though, because it sounds a lot like that, and it's from that same period.
Yeah.
And they were really close with Tribe Called Quest.
Is he not on the notes or anything like that? Is he not on the credits?
No, it's them. So maybe it's just them, and it comes from that movement.
Or he mentored. Maybe he mentored.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, maybe it's just they're part of that scene, and so that's what everybody was doing there. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I did think you would like that, based on the fact that you'd liked that Tribe Called Quest album. So, okay, so Mask by Bauhaus. So, this song Hair of the Dog, which is at the start of the album, starts with a load of like guitar noise at the beginning, and I was cursing you for most of that song.
Right. Okay.
And then I really liked it.
Yeah.
I really like this album.
Excellent.
I listened to it a few times. I listened to it with my phone in my pocket though, so I can't tell you what songs I like or anything like that. But I did enjoy it. It's
quite varied.
It's quite varied and it's unusual. And the choices that they make are unusual, and that's in terms of arrangement and melodically, they're unusual choices and decisions. And also, this is 81. I think they've been quite influential.
Yeah, they're considered the first, first goth band.
Yeah, exactly.
They're considered the first goth band largely. The post-punk is obviously the kind of the genre that they were.
But there's a lot of 80s music that has that sound.
They split up in 83.
Yeah.
So, they only had about 3, maybe 4 albums.
Right, okay.
And this is, I think, considered the main, the one.
There's a track where he's talking, and I think it's of Lilies and Remains, because it's quite early on in the album, and it really reminded me of Art Brut.
They would have been influenced by them. Yeah, they would have been influenced by them.
Yeah.
They're definitely, they're an iconic band of that era. They split up in 83, but they've reformed several times since. Peter Murphy's a bit of a lunatic. He got arrested recently for some reason or another.
Oh, really?
They're kind of early what we call pioneers of goth, really. Come out of Middle England or North of England.
Okay.
I mean, I can't confess, I was 5 months old when it came out, so I didn't listen to it first time around. No, sorry. I was 5 months old and I heard this kind of goth music, and it kind of totally kind of influenced my listening. No, I only came across them about 10 years ago. So
right. No, I really like this. It's I was really worried about it at the beginning. I just thought, what is this shit that he's giving me?
Musically, I thought it could sound like a silent horror film.
But I think also it's
quite
really
bass heavy.
But it's really closely related to a lot of the
some dub in there.
That kind of new romantic sound. I'm talking specifically now sonically about the way that a band are arranged on this album, in terms of the drum and the bass and the sound of those instruments. It sounds like a lot of those. Like it's not a very big leap between that. And tonally, in terms of this is quite dark, there's a leap.
Yeah.
But in terms of this general sound of arrangement, there's not a big leap between this and a lot of the songs that soundtracked, those kind of 80s teen films.
Like Lost Boys and...
Yeah, exactly.
Or even like
Pretty in Pink and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of things. You can see that this, even if they're credited or, hailed as being the first, you can see that filtered out through a lot. A lot of people were channeling that sound then. So that was really interesting to hear that as well. And I did find it really interesting actually. Yeah, and it's not something that I would choose to listen to all the time. Yeah. But it is something that I enjoyed listening to and found really interesting to listen to. That thing about music being maths. Yeah. Music is maths, and this is interesting maths. It's not just like straightforward times table. So
it's like they've got the spoken word moments, they've got the double moments, they've got quite poppy moments, they've got quite dark moments. So it's there's quite a lot going on there. And they would have been youngsters at the time, I think. So
no, that's a win. That one, I like that.
Glad you like that.
So that's good. All right, so what have you got for me next week?
Funnily enough, you saying that, I was going to start by saying, I'm assuming, and I'm guessing you would because I've banged on about something, I'm assuming you've listened to Bang Bang Rock and Roll by Art Brut.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would have assumed that. After my 80s Matchbox faux pas. Okay, so I'm going to go completely different and give you Mastodon.
Oh, fuck.
Crack in the Sky.
Oh, my God. Does that mean smoking crack in the sky?
Yeah, it's SKYE.
What, as in the Isle of Skye?
Yeah, I don't know if it's about that.
Alright. Is it about a horrific earthquake on the Isle of Skye?
Killed 6 people.
Okay. I am going to say... Okay, I'm going to give you Nowhere by Ride.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind a bit of Ride.
Alright.
Not hugely familiar with them, but yeah, I've listened to them.
Good stuff.
Yeah?
There you go.
I look forward to that.
All right. Okay. Well, that's it then.
Yeah.
We'll put link information there. Play along with us. Send us albums that you think we should be doing, and we'll be back next time.
See you next time.
See you later.
Bye.